So today I'm going to show you how to use the Jolly Phonics app on your phone or tablet to assist your child with reading or learning to read at home. The first thing you notice when you open the app is that the letters are organized into the 7 groups. And as you go down, there's additional lessons. There are additional lessons. We come across the tricky words, which I will guide you through. And then there are some lesson activities. But the first thing I want you to actually look at would be the group 1, which is where we are going to start. So I'm going to show you S. So I'm going to click on the letter and immediately a story comes up. But with this story, you need to read the story. And when you read the story, of course, there's an accompanying action, but let's read the story. It is a sunny day. A boy takes his dog for a walk. The boy throws a stick and the dog runs after it. The dog sniffs around in the grass and starts barking. A large spotty snake is sitting up and hissing. The boy grabs the dog and the snake slowly slithers away. Now, there are phrases or pictures which will go along with that, but it's not in the app, but I can create a document so you can be able to use that visual along with the app. So, with that story, there's an action for that S sound. Remember, the lesson is S. So, let's see. There's a picture that shows us how to make the formation or the action for the S. So, the action is that your child pretends to be a snake, waving his hand around like in the form of an S. So what you will do, if you are demonstrating the formation with your hand, just as a picture here, you need to do it in the opposite direction so that when your child is looking on, he or she will see it done in the correct direction. Okay? So remember, in terms of perspective, you need to do it the wrong way so that when your child is looking at you, he or she sees it in the correct way. Okay? So you wave your hand in the opposite form so that your child will do it in the correct way. Right, so that's the action that goes with the S. Then we have hearing, which is the sound. Your child click the hear sound. So your child can duplicate that sound. Then we go to the formation, which is the same thing I spoke to you about, which is the correct formation. So this app shows you where to start and where to end. All right? So when you click play, you automatically see it starts at the top. Always at the top. Sometimes if you don't look at how children form the letters, they may start at the bottom. But at the time you look at it, you would not recognizing how they did it. You may think it's right, but you need to pay attention to the actual writing of the letters. So your child must start at the top. Letter starting at the top. So then we have the sounding activity. Now we have 4 pictures and the instruction, which of these words does not contain the S sound? So your child looks at the screen, says the names of the pictures, and would have to click the one that does not have the S sound. So let's try it. Sun, snail, spider, flower. Your child should click the flower. Let's click.
Flower.
It's the correct one. Notice that the correct answers will be in green. Now, what if your child, by chance, clicked
Snail.
the snail, the color red, even though the child is not reading or cannot read it, correct? What is shown there, the color tells us that it's wrong. Okay, so let me move on to the writing. Again, what you need to do in this case, you call out the sound and ask your child to write it down. It can be on a piece of paper with a crayon. It can be using his finger or her finger on the table, but you need to look at the correct formation in the correct direction. It could be air as well, just as I told you about doing it in the air. It could be that as well. So let me go on to the song. Now there's a song in the app. Let's play it.
The snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass.
Right, so that song, it will be nice for your child to learn that song as well in the activities of what we have to learn for the letter S. Okay, so you realize that there are a lot of activities for that one letter. So let's move out of the S. So, next letter, A. Notice, before we start the A, we need to go back a bit to the one we did before, which is the letter S. So you ask your child, either identifying the sound, and you ask the child ask your child what the letter is, or you can ask your child, okay, yesterday what did we do? What letter did we do? What sound does it make? Just a review. So we always need to review before we go forward. So there's another story again. Let me just go down. I'm not going to go into it. Another action that goes with that A story. Same activities as the S. Same activities song. Good. Right. So one more. Again, review the past letters we did, S and E, and now we go on to T. Same thing, story, action, everything. But look at this. This is what I want you to look at. Blending. Immediately, what you begin to do is put the songs together, what we call blending. We already did S and E and T. So with those three letters, we can make combinations of words. So we have sat, we have at. Let's click the words and see.
At. Sat. At.
So there are more words. Let's see what... Okay, well, actually there aren't any more words, but as you go on, you will realize that the pool of blending words becomes bigger and wider as you move along into the groups and then into making big words or larger words. All right, so that is your tutorial this morning in terms of how to use the app. Remember, I'm just showing you. I'm not going to leave you alone. You can always ask for assistance. I could give you some sort of guidance in some way, but I wanted to show you how to use the app. The app in itself is very comprehensive, along with the workbooks. Remember, the workbooks are in accompaniment with the app, with the Jolly Phonics series. So when your child learns a letter, actions help to remember the sounds, coloring, tracing, all these things, singing songs, all of these things would assist in remembering the sound. When we begin to blend or put songs together, it will become very much easier. Okay? So, thank you for your time, and let's see how we can get this done.